What if I feed a LEGO minifigure with a hot dog? Right, it grows a huge head. Now, what happens if I open a restaurant and feed it with even more hot dogs? You guessed it! The head is now completely oversized, and you can literally use it as a chuck from Fortnite to heal any battered LEGO minifigure. And just like that, I will show you how to transform 7 more minifigures to make them completely oversized. But let's go back to our first one. Another advantage with this one is that you can still attach things to the head. In my case, I attached a night helmet. Now our boy can detach his head and roll it down a slope. In the process, the head takes down all the attackers. I wonder what happens when the head stops. Whoa, the minifigure can only think of hot dogs. But not today, because now we move on to the next minifigure. And this is something really trivial. I'm sure all of you have thought about being inflated like a balloon. Well, if you eliminate a LEGO minifigure and then exchange the torso with a Technic stick and add a huge amount of putty, you can create an oversized minifigure. You just have to reshape the putty into a round ball, then reattach the head and arms and paint the entire body in red. And we've got ourselves an inflated LEGO minifigure. On the bottom, I even attached a 1x1 stud. Now don't get any wrong ideas. It's obviously meant to attach some transparent pieces that will make the minifigure appear like it's floating. Oh! It can still rotate its head and its hand. But unlike other minifigures, this one is completely unable to move around anymore. But I got you covered, because I built this huge mech for the minifigures to live in. You guys suggested he should be called the Great Bob. The mech can house 8 minifigures, which by the end of this video will all be oversized. But because this mech is so chunky, it also can barely move around anymore, just like the other oversized minifigures. This is why I will attach a powerful jetpack to the back of the minifigure. This way, the mech can move and swoosh around fairly easy. Now I just have to make the first 2 rooms a little cozy, and we can already move on to the third resident. And here I have something really special in mind. Have you ever thought about stretching a minifigure head? Me neither. So I will simulate that by putting some putty on both sides of the minifigure head and paint it all yellow. To round it off, I'll give the minifigure a super stretched smile. Now the happiness meter indicates a happiness that is bigger than the one of 10 normal minifigures combined. And this minifigure low-key reminds me of a hammerhead shark, just that it's a hammerhead figure. And Bro can now serve drinks like a conveyor belt. And the third minifigure can move into its new home. And since the mech is starting to fill up, the oversized minifigures now forge a plan to rule the world. And their first step is to acquire a stick with a minifigure head and a crown. This way, everyone can see that they are the king. Their second step is to recruit more of their kind. And what is better than to recruit a merged triplet? It once were 3 normal minifigures, but they always wanted the same thing. Oh look, I want it! Me too! Me too! Me too! Me too! Me too! Whoa, I didn't know that was possible. But hey, now we can equip this minifigure with 3 night helmets, and they can act as a human shield. And if it gets tired, one half can relax on a bench. The 5th minifigure we will pull in is one with oversized LEGO arms. Like Popeye, he is incredibly strong. Oh! It is said that he can lift the entire mech by himself. Let me try that again, but this time gently. Well, at least a few seconds, but I'd say that he's a worthy member of our army. Except that he just destroyed the entire mech. And in order for him to not lose his strength, I will transform his room into a small gym with a bar and 2 dumbbells. A little less worthy is the 6th soldier. I gave him oversized hands. Our Frank got them because he drank too many cokes. And, well, one day he held the cans like this. Unfortunately, the hands are slightly too small to hold entire minifigure heads. I wanted to call him Head Crusher, but I guess I can only call him Coke Crusher. This is also why I filled his entire room with Coke cans. The next minifigure is even more useless in an army. It's one with a shoe size XXXXL. I mean, it at least can still walk around, not like other members of this army. And because this minifigure reminds me of a clown, I gave it a different shirt and a melon. Now all the other minifigures have something to laugh about, and the mood is kept high. Well, at least for 7 of the 8 minifigures. The 8th minifigure is one that always dreamed of becoming a battle ram. Well, it's sort of working. But instead of having the minifigure head up front, it now has a stretched belly. But before you guys argue, I should have used this brick-built torso instead. I just thought it funny to create my own version. Now all 8 minifigures are transformed. But before you click off this video, let me create the ultimate LEGO minifigure by combining them all. I'll start with the triplet. Now let's add the oversized head in the middle. Then I want to add the oversized arms and the oversized hands. And I guess this is the ultimate end boss. But what about combining the battle ram with the oversized feet and the stretch minifigure head? Well, that looks absolutely cursed, but it isn't really strong and not helpful in a fight whatsoever. This is like a level 1 boss, and the other one, a level 100 end boss. Comment if you have any other minifigure ideas. See ya! Oh yeah! If you want to see how I made these minifigures, click on this video. Bye bye!